Picture an ordinary afternoon. You are sitting across from someone you love, laughing at a familiar joke, when their expression suddenly shifts. This was exactly the scenario for 73-year-old Margaret, who was out enjoying a standard lunch date with her daughter. The conversation was light, and her health seemed entirely normal. Then, mid-sentence, Margaret reacted to a funny comment. She smiled, but only one side of her mouth lifted. The other side of her face remained slack, drooping noticeably. A few moments later, when she tried to pick up her glass, Margaret struggled to raise her arm. When she tried to explain what she was scaling, her words came out thick and slurred. Her daughter's immediate reaction was confusion. In moments like these, the human instinct is often to rationalize for symptoms, to assume it is a brief spell of fatigue and simply wait to see if it passes. But waiting is the most dangerous choice. These physical symptoms mark the start of a biological crisis unfolding inside the brain. A stroke is a critical interruption of the brain's vascular system. A stroke happens when a blood vessel in the brain ruptures or becomes obstructed by a clot. This dam stops blood flow. Without a constant supply of oxygen-rich blood, tissue is starved. Cells die within minutes, expanding the radius of permanent damage. Medical professionals use the phrase "time is brain" because the neurological decay scales directly with every passing second. Hesitation must be abandoned in favor of immediate, decisive action. To overcome the panic of the moment, public health organizations have designed a practical, actionable toolkit known as the FAST acronym. F stands for face drooping. If a face feels numb or looks uneven, ask them to smile. A lopsided smile is a primary indicator of a stroke. A represents arm weakness. Instruct the person to lift both arms in front of them. If one arm drifts downward or cannot be raised at all, it signals a loss of motor control. S points to speech difficulty. Listen closely to how they talk. Ask them to repeat a simple sentence and check if the words sound slurred, garbled, or unusual. T stands for time to call emergency services. If you observe any of these three symptoms, contact medical help instantly. While these are the primary markers, other abrupt symptoms can also occur, including sudden confusion, severe vision changes, an unexplainable loss of balance, or a severe unexplained headache. Committing these 4 letters to memory transforms you from a hopeless bystander into someone equipped to initiate a life-saving medical response. Back at the cafe, Margaret's daughter recognized the fast warning signs from a public health campaign. She bypassed the urge to wait and called emergency services immediately. Because of that swift action, Margaret reached the hospital in time to receive acute medical treatment, significantly limiting the damage to her brain tissue. Today, Margaret maintains her independence. She spends quality time with her family and enjoys regular walks because medical intervention occurred before irreversible damage took hold. Being ready for an emergency is vital, but we also possess significant control over our long-term baseline risk of experiencing a stroke. This chart shows stroke risk is heavily weighted toward high blood pressure. Managing hypertension is the most effective preventative measure. The remaining checklist involves practical choices: staying physically active, eating whole grains and healthy fats, avoiding smoking, and maintaining social connections to reduce baseline risk. No one expects their lunch date or morning routine to be interrupted by a medical emergency. But possessing this specific knowledge ensures that if the unexpected happens, you are prepared to protect the people around you. Knowing these signs gives you the ability to act when seconds count. Next, we examine how chronic inflammation serves as a catalyst for both stroke and heart disease.
Remember, life after 50 isn't about slowing down. It's about living stronger, healthier, and happier. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. This is Longevity After 50, adding life to years, one step at a time.